Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the important topics of 12th biology. As we know, they have exam on 27 March. So we are just going to discuss about the important topics. For example, we are discussing the biodiversity and conservation. Biodiversity and conservation. In this, what do you mean by biodiversity? Biodiversity is the diversity or heterogeneity that exists not only at the species level but also at the biological organization that range from macromolecule within the cell to biome. Basically, in the biosphere many species are present, so there are very different species and variation between these species that are present at various level. So diversity in the biological species, diversity in the living beings, that is biodiversity, that is present in biosphere. Okay, now important is who famous the term biodiversity. So biodiversity term is popularized by sociobiologist Edward Wilson. You should know that. Now there are three type of diversity. Genetic diversity, when the diversity is present at the genetic level. For example, there are many medicinal plants, diversity of medicinal plant, Revolvia vomitoria, that release the chemical compound rasparin. Um, as we eat many varieties of mango, there are thousand varieties. So what is thousand variety representing? It is a diversity at the gene level. They are different at the genetic level, and the various different strains of rice, about 50,000. So that is genetic diversity at the gene level. Species diversity, when they in particular region there are more number of species are present. Okay, for example, Western Ghats have greater amphibian species as compared to as Eastern Ghats. So that is representing a number of species where are present more. That is species diversity. Ecological diversity, when the desert, rainforest, wetland, they are present, they have greater ecosystem diversity, right? Well, basically, collectively, various different species are present. So that is ecosystem level in the India is desert, rainforest, mangroves, coral reef, wetlands, estuaries, alpine meadow. So that they have greater ecosystem diversity compared with the Norway. Okay, now we come to the who basically give us the number of plant of animal, their diversity. So that is the IUCN 2004 would and the IUCN is the International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources. So that you should definitely learn. Important, that topic is very much important. As we can also see in this is a previous paper in which we can see the same pie chart. In this XYZ is given and the crustacean is mentioned, that is the category of invertebrates. So yes, in this what is three pie charts are given. So first is invertebrates. In the invertebrates, insect is a category. Insects are present in more number, followed by other animal group, followed by mollusk, and lowest invertebrate is crustacean. So there series you should learn. For example, insect has higher number, followed by others, mollusk, and last is crustacean. Okay, so after that, vertebrates. So fishes are present in large number. Then followed by mm, birds, that we can also say aves. Then after that, reptile, followed by amphibian, and last is mammal. So that is the our pie chart we can see. So that is very important topic. And plant, in the plant, fungi, angiosperm, uh, alga, mosses, fern, and last is lichen. So एक बार read कर लेते हैं. So uh, in our biosphere, in our earth, various species are present of animal and plant, but however animal have 70% species, whereas plant just include 20%, 22%. तो एन जो प्लांट्स हैं उनकी स्पीशीज लो हैं एज कंपेयर विद द एनिमल स्पीशीज. So that is important. And we have discussed that the invertebrate insect are the most species rich taxonomic group. So which of the following is the most species rich taxonomic group? That is the insect. कितना है टोटल का 70% है. हाईएस्ट किसका है इंसेक्ट. So that is very much important. And जो fungi है ना, that is also after insect we can take fungi is the most rich मतलब most species rich, and that is the total more than total of fishes, amphibian, reptile and mammals. So that is very much important. Next important topic is species area relationship. In this graph is very much important. This is the species area relationship. That is what this graph representing. It representing the in the area species richness increases as we increase the area with the increasing explored area, but only up to certain limit. We can also observe with increasing area species richness is also increasing, but however with increasing high above they reach a limit. So this point is representing their limit, that after that if we keep increasing the area species richness will not increase, their saturation point is come, their limit is come. Okay, now it's what this which type of slope is here. So that is a rectangle hyperbola. Okay, and it give the equation as is equal to c a की power z. So we can also represent in the form of log s equal to log c plus z log a. S क्या है स्पीशीज रिचनेस एंड जेड क्या है स्लोप ऑफ द लाइन. ओके, ए क्या है एरिया एंड सी क्या है वाई इंटरसेप्ट. जो जेड की वैल्यू है वो अगर हम किसी टेक्सोनमिक ग्रुप के बिना लेते हैं तो 0.1 to 0.2 है. We can observe that if we take the z value regardless of taxonomic group, their value is 0.1 to 0.2. Okay, their value is point sorry 0.1 to 0.2. However, if we take the z value with the continent, then its value increases to 0.1, 0.6 to 1.2. If we take for frugivorous, that is fruit eating birds, and tropical forest of different continent, then its value increases to 1 to be 1.11, 1.15. So that is important. This graph is very much important. Okay, now various causes of biodiversity. So various causes of biodiversity: deforestation, habitat loss, fragmentation. What do you mean fragmentation? Fragmentation होता है for example forest है उनमें roads formation करना, मतलब separation कर देना. That is fragmentation. New roads formation, new houses are forming, separating various forest or area. Habitat loss होना, right? Over exploitation means overuse of animal and plants for the human needs, right? We are using wood for our needs, and the forest number trees number is decreasing day by day. Amazon forest, right? And tiger, lion, elephant So we are using animal for sorry for our needs, selfish needs, greed. That's why uh, various species are at the endangered or extinct level. Alien species invasion. What do you mean by alien species? Here, alien species representing foreign species that is not native, that is not naturally found in that area. They may be come due to by wind, by a river, or maybe due to human intervention. Okay, so that is alien species invasion. That species is not native, but disrupting the native species. For example, a Nile perch is basically introduced into Lake Victoria, and that is basically the causing the extinction of the various fish species. Okay, kikid fish and carrot grass, that is also called parthenium, lantana, water hycan, ashonia, right? So that is also important topic. Alien species invasion, co-extinction. Basically, when any two beings are mutually dependent on each other for their needs, for their space, and if one is extinct, other also dependent on it, so second one also become extinct. For example, there is a fish who depended on a parasite, and parasite who depended on a fish. If the fish become extinct due to any reason, maybe due to their progeny number is low, or maybe anything, so if fish is extinct, their parasite also become extinct. So that also represent mutualism. When two species coexisting and codependent, they are dependent on each other for their survival. If one is extinct, another also become extinct. That is co-extinction. Yes, that is also very much important topic. In situ conservation and ex situ conservation. In situ conservation is basically when we protect the animal and plant in their natural habitat, not taking the plants or animal farther away from their natural habitat. We are protecting in their natural zone. Okay, and and there is an important term, that is endemism. Endemism, what do you mean by endemism? Endemism is basically when the species is restricted to any particular region, found in the particular region, not found anywhere else, not found anywhere else. For example, when this oh, one second, yes, when the species is confined to that region, not found anywhere else, that is endemism. मतलब basically that species is found in a particular region, not found anywhere else, that is endemism. And there are about 25 biodiversity hotspot. How number? 25 biodiversity hotspot. What do you mean biodiversity hotspot? मतलब various particular region in which species richness level is very high and restricted to that region only, and they are some species are categorized as endangered. They are maybe found in that region only, and they are maybe in the extinction category. So uh three of the once again. So in India, so there are various hotspots such as Western Ghats, Sri Lanka, Indo-Burma, and Himalaya, right? And they have exceptionally high biodiversity regions. Among all the biodiversity hotspots put together, cover less than 2% of the earth area. So basically, हॉटस्पॉट क्या है, ये इनमें ही है. अगर हम कहते हैं ना बायोडाइवर्सिटी ज़्यादा है, तो उनमें से बहुत ज़्यादा परसेंट इनमें पाया जाता है. ओके. अब कौन कौन अब हमने कहा भी इनको नेचुरली हैबिटेट में मतलब प्रोटेक्ट किया जाता है, लेकिन हाउ? सो बेसिकली देयर आर मैनी प्रोटेक्टेड एरियाज सच एज बायोस्फीयर रिजर्व, नेशनल पार्क, सेंचुरीज. इंडिया हैज 14 इंडिया हैज 14 biosphere reserve, 90 national park, and 448 wildlife sanctuaries. Okay, so that number is also important. um, there is formation of various sacred groups that are found in Akhasi and Janitia hills in Meghalaya, Ravli hills of Rajasthan, Western Ghats region of Karnataka, Maharashtra. So that is you should learn. Okay, now we come to access to conservation. Access to conservation is basically the protection of the threatened animal and plants when they are taken out from their natural habitat. In situ, we are protecting the animal and plant in their natural habitat, not taking out from anywhere else. However, in the ex situ conservation, we are taking out the plant animal from their natural habitat to another region, to another part where they are protected of threatened animal and plants. For example, their formation of zoological park, botanical garden, wildlife safari park. So that is a formation of various parks. Okay. Uh, we also use cryopreservation technique. What do you mean by cryopreservation? When we preserve any seed or plant or anything at the minus degree, minus 190 पता नहीं, 197 degrees Celsius, I think इतना होता है, and nitrogen. Okay, using nitrogen. So yes. Various Earth's summit on the biological diversity takes place in held in the Rio de Janeiro in the 1992, and they were for the conservation of biodiversity and the sustainable use of its benefit. So sustainable is usable ki using the things in beneficial way. जितना जरूरत है उतना ही यूज करो. Okay, so and so yes, so that are the important topics of the biodiversity and conservation. So thank you so much. We can also see that question. Pie chart is given where you should identify x and y given in the pie chart. So you should also explain which one of the two x or y is a more species rich taxonomy group and why what percent. So that is the exact question we have discussed. Insect is the most species rich taxonomy group, about 70% of the total. So that is level of biodiversity in the estuaries and alpine meadow in India, medical and plant revolve Victoria. So that we have already discussed. Okay, so thank you so much.